Welcome, Aries, to your love reading for September 17th to the 23rd of 2018. So we're going to look into see what's going on with you, overall energy, the mutual energy between both of you, what's coming towards you, or who. If you're talking to somebody or into somebody, you should be, because that's what this reading is for. Now, the response from you, like what you're bringing to the other person, and then the advice outcome. Instead of advice, let's do what might be hidden, what's keeping you two apart. If you're not with the other person, or you might be having some issues with them. All right. So messages for Aries and love for September 17th to 23rd, 2018. Okay. So we do have here, there is some doubt, confusion, where now we'll open this up, but a lot of times this is where someone is not being honest or telling the truth about something that's very, it could be intense, it could be extreme, it could bring out a lot of doubt within you, insecurity of how people might feel about you, think about you, your relationship, or something that's going on where you don't want to speak about the facts of a matter. And we'll look into this further, okay? With the person that's coming towards you, they might not be coming towards you, and even if they are, you may feel betrayed by them, and that's why I feel like that tension that might be there. That's what I was getting when I was holding the card. It could be some kind of fear that's going on with you, with them, whatever they might be thinking, what's on their mind, what they think about you. So that means that they might not communicate or open up to you because either they feel betrayed by you, or you feel betrayed by them in some way. So I feel like there's some kind of friction going on between both of you. Now, your response, you're feeling down about it. So this is like being depressed, anxious emotionally. You want to put your head up, but you really can't. Maybe you don't want to look at something. Maybe you don't want to express yourself emotionally. Something is keeping you and someone else away. And it could be an ending or something like that that's happening between you and someone else, like a divorce or breakup. And maybe a lot of you have anxiety about that. Maybe a new start, a new beginning, anything like that could be on the table for some. Now, what's hidden? Fun. All right. The sun is coming up, and that was missing, right? All of the cards are really dark and they're heavy, so that means that you need to have fun, to enjoy yourself. Maybe it's really hard for you to do that. Maybe this is the hidden factor that needs to happen. Now, it's like something that you purposely try to do. If you can't change your circumstances or your situation, you feel like it's not moving. If you constantly do something, this is like having fun with your partner, enjoying yourself if your partner is not around. So it's I feel like that's part of, a lot of you might know what this is. Now, this is a child on here. So it's almost around, being around your children, enjoying yourself, accepting a child, going through with the process instead of turning it down for some of you who might be thinking about that. So this is like, if you do have a partner relationship, you're married, enjoy yourselves and have a good time. For some of you might not be doing that because you could be focused on what's heavy. All right. Then the outcome is the Queen of Pentacles. So this is maybe a person that you might be around. It could be a partner. It doesn't have to be male or female, but this is usually where you're maybe isolating yourself. You might be even around your partner, taking care of different things and maybe focusing on how to gain that stability for a lot of you. So it might be a lot of different chores or things that you might be doing, even working from home, or maybe even calling out if you feel down or hurt in some way. So I want to clarify one card, and that is two cards, the moon. Clarify the moon for Aries. So there is where there that might be an issue where you don't feel like you've made a decision, but you might go back on it, or you feel like you might be judged in some way. You're not certain of another person or where you stand with them, so there could be confusion with you and that particular person for some. Let's see, clarify the Ten of Swords for the person coming towards you. Clarify the Ten of Swords. If that person is not, whoever you might be dealing with, they might not be honest about communicating to you about how they might be feeling in some way. So it's almost like you have to put the puzzle together or put the pieces together for some. So you might get anxious about that. And it's like if they're not communicating or being honest with you about how they might feel, or the fact that you two might be together, or whatever it might be, I feel like that's causing the friction. So you don't open up or express yourself, the other person is not willing to either, so it's like both of you might be at a stalemate. But what needs to happen is for you to detach from that particular energy, to have fun, and vice versa. I feel for some of you out there. Let's see, one more card. Clarify Judgment in reverse for Aries. Yeah, it seems like the past is potentially popping up over and over again. There could be children with some of you out there. So if you don't have a clear understanding about where you stand with somebody, there are issues that constantly show up, maybe with you and someone else, or someone bringing up the past, or issues with something happening over and over again repeatedly because of the lack of clarity between you and somebody. So let's look into one card from the Romance Angels for Aries in love. Stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. So let's do one more card, because that's already in here. So when the sun is coming out, that tells you to try to be optimistic, try to have fun, try to enjoy yourself, and make sure that you try to remove yourself from depression or sadness that you might be going through. So one more card for Aries in love, September 17th to 23rd. And then we have separation. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon. So that is usually where there's a breakup, a divorce, or there's a lack of clarity or communication. Someone is not being honest, so it constantly causes frustration or obstacles between you two. Someone needs to be clear about what's going on. So either the divorce or just some temporary issues there. Okay. So that's going to be your reading. So I hope you have a great week. I hope the messages did help you out in some way. You can always go to the website, psychicloveheals.com, to schedule something for you. All right. Have a good one.